Well, hello, Leo. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you're new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Leo, this is a different type of reading that I'm doing for you today. I've done it for other signs as well. I pulled some cards, and this is a brand new deck. Of course, I'm going to go off my own interpretation, or I'll say intuition, and I'm going to read inside of the book because I love the explanations that it gives when it comes down to each card. Your reading really was amazing, to be completely honest with you. There are some aspects of your reading I can tell, things that you've been going through, things that has been irritating you, but overall it looks really good. Let me tell you what you have on the table. You have the Two of Cups. That was the first card that came out. Here with the Two of Cups, a beautiful couple. They are older, which talks about either a long love, someone who has been together for a long time, or the type of love that you will be going into, okay? Then you have the Justice card and the Page of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Swords. I feel like the only thing that kind of muddies up the reading a little bit is the King of Swords. I mean, it is your intellect, it is your ability to reason, yes, but I also feel like it could have something to do with needing to move away from a problematic situation. Now, the Two of Cups is a partnership, okay? Partnerships could also be with business. Maybe that's you're detaching away from some type of business partner, because the Justice card says that there was an imbalance. You weren't getting your share that you guys agreed with. Maybe you have to go to court. Could be something like that. But that is something that I'm seeing when it comes down to the Two of Cups. These two cards could play a role. But I'm also seeing that for some of you, if you're in a long-term committed relationship, there could be some imbalance in your connection. You could feel like you are, you could feel like you're growing apart from someone. Maybe there's some incompatibilities. There's something about your relationship that's starting to form. It's not an ending. There are solutions here with the Justice card, but I do see, like I said before, there's some things that could be muddying it up, but not necessarily the worst, okay? But I do see some problems. The universe is asking you, what do you want? Okay? Let's say you're single. The universe is saying, in order for you to get the type of relationship that you want, you are going to have to know what you want and desire and stand on it. For a lot of you, you haven't been knowing what it is that you truly want. So the King of Swords is saying you have a decision and you have to be logical and realistic. Okay, when it comes down to relationships too, because some of you guys, may have been ending up in a fantasy world somewhere. You're not there anymore with the King of Swords. No, ma'am. It has brought you down to reality. I see that you are, for a lot of you, especially if you're single, you're going to be coming together with someone who shares the same kind of emotional affinity for you. It's going to be the right kind of love here with the Justice card. And then you're going to be like, okay, what should I do? Maybe you're going to have two different people, or, which is kind of here where you may have two different people. You're going to be like, okay, how should I handle this? You're going to handle it with responsibility because you want it to be right. You want your connection to be fair, just, and right. So I do see that there is a strong possibility that you're going to meet the one for a lot of you, because you are thinking logically. There's going to be someone, like I said before, who's going to really like you just as much as you like them. I also see with money, your money may not have been, it could have been off lately, where you're like, oh, a little pinch in my little tightness in my pocketbook, wasn't really expecting that. Page of Pentacles is like, okay, wait a minute, you may be at that place. But let me tell you, if you have your own business, or if it's a new idea that you are wanting, I definitely see that something major is going to occur, because I see comfortability for you in the future. I see that things are going to really smooth out for you. Okay? So if you're having money issues, money problems, I see, and it's good that I see it in a reading, because there's a card here that talks about you once had money issues, but now you don't. So they're talking to each other. So I definitely see you being in a more comfortable position in the future. Now let's go ahead. Let's read the Two of Cups here for you. What an amazing set of cards. Two of Cups talks about love and cooperation, unity and balance, mutual respect. And like I said before, this is what I see when it comes down to romantic love. This is what you guys have been desiring anyway. And it's here. It's going to quell the loneliness that you've been feeling. Maybe you've been in a strained connection for a while. Like I said before, things are going to start balancing out if you guys have been in a long term. It is the soul to soul connection. Okay, but this is what it says about that card. You are being asked to examine your ability to give and receive love. To give and receive, because you're going to be getting it and you're going to be giving it. Okay. It says sometimes we get stuck in the role of a giver or a taker, and it says, and it tends to be imbalance. Exactly. The Justice card. Exactly. We get stuck in the role of always giving, and there's no reciprocity. So here with the Justice card, it's like, this connection is going to be balanced between two. Okay. It says you're also being guided to your ability to open your heart and make yourself vulnerable to another. That may be so hard for you to do. That's the reason why the King of Swords is there. You're like, you're thinking so logically that you may not have been letting love in. But this time, I do see that you may not have a choice. Falling for someone that you like so much, you're going to start acting out of character, but it's in a good way. It's definitely in a good way. So I feel like, whether it's, sometimes I feel like it's not necessarily friendships. It's not platonic. You could meet someone where it's more, it could be a platonic relationship when you and this person are just really close. But I feel like this is definitely a romantic connection where you guys mirror each other. Love it. Now let's go ahead. Let's get to the Justice card for Leo. We already talked about fair and balance, right? It says this is what this is saying. You are being told that karma is on your side and a fair decision will be made. All you need to do is act with integrity, attune to your higher self, and allow divine wisdom to flow through you. If there is a pending situation, you are being asked to look at it objectively, not emotionally, before you make any decision. Okay. So this is pretty obvious, right? Sometimes with this card, this can talk about how it's like the drunken man, right? They don't see the judge, don't think about the judge of justice when they're out there wrecking people's lives, okay? Because they're intoxicated by the wrong things. So for you, if you've been intoxicated by love, or if you've been, consumed by spending your money, you have experienced the imbalance. And so now the universe is saying, okay, you got to face the judge. Or this could be justice for you in general. It doesn't have to be a bad thing, but this is balancing the scales. Let's get the Son of Coins. Son of Coins talks about practicality, just like the King of Swords does. It talks about commitment. There it is, Two of Cups, commitment, and a commitment that's fair and just. Okay? You are committed to something, to work with someone. Same thing with your money. In order for you to get to that comfortable spot, you have to focus, but you got to be committed to the progress, committed to the process, I'll say. Okay? It's slow because it's a pentacle, but you're going to get there. But it says here, when this card appears, you're being reminded of the importance of adapting. Okay. And it also says, don't resist or struggle against it. Like I said, with this one, this is just letting me know that, it's a commitment to something that you are in a process of doing. Whether losing weight, making money, just met someone, it's going to take time. But I'm telling you, it's going to be worth it. Now, your last card here is the King of Swords. King of Swords. So let's see what it says. King of Swords. Like I said, it's logical, analytical, and it talks about detaching, right? Maybe you needed to emotionally detach from someone or something in order for you to experience something new. Okay. This is a researcher too. So you got the Page of Coins, you got this. This is a lot of this is education. You may go back to school, okay, searching for knowledge or something like that. But this is what it says: when this card appears to you, you are being pointed to the most important of critical thinking and making decisions based on facts rather than feelings. This is what I was saying. At the same time, though, you are encouraged to find a form of mastery that balances logic and emotion. When does logic turn into a wooden leg for you, keeping you from moving forward? Isn't that crazy? That's what I just said. When I was like, you can't let love in if it's all mine. Okay, you're not opening your heart to love. So I do feel like it's good in a way to detach from unhealthy things, but not from people who are trying to love you. This is the reason why it says be open to receive and give. And that is something that I see here for you. So Leo, that's your reading for today. Okay, different type of read, but that's what I have for you. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel, and I will see you guys back here again soon. Bye guys.